What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and this is actually the official announcement that Liverpool will sign Takumi Minamino, the wizard who is playing for RB Leipzig. If he passes his medical, he will be a Liverpool Football Club player from January the 1st, as reported by James Pearce of former Liverpool Echo, now The Athletic. And Borussia Mönchengladbach, AC Milan and Manchester United were among those who wanted his signature, but Liverpool have beaten those clubs, and the transfer fee is a mind-blowing £7.25 million. That's his release clause, and basically what Liverpool banked for selling Ryan Kent to Rangers. And Takumi Minamino is a fantastic player, so in this video we will learn all that is to know about him. So let me know in the comments below, what is your reaction to this transfer news. I'm really happy and really over the moon. He looked like a really silky attacking midfielder who can play in a variety of positions. He can play just behind the striker, he can play as a false nine, he can play on the right wing, he can play on the left wing, he can play as an attacking midfielder alongside the defensive midfielders. And Takumi Minamino has a great goal scoring record for RB Salzburg. He scored 13 goals in the 2015-16 season, and then 14, then 11, then 14, and this season he already has 8 goals in 19 games, and he also scored a cracking, wonderful volley at Anfield against Liverpool when Salzburg completed that incredible comeback from 3-0 down to go 3-3, but then Liverpool thankfully won the game. He is just 24 years old, he is from Japan, he started off his career in the Japanese J-League, but then he signed for Salzburg in 2014, and since then he has been ever present in their side. He's not a very injury prone player because every season he's playing 30 to 40 games with Salzburg, and I'm just super excited about this guy. I think he is a fantastic player, and he also has international experience, having played in the Europa League. Salzburg went to the Europa League semi-finals not too long ago, and also he has 22 games and 11 goals for Japan as national team, and those 11 goals came in the past 2 years when he played 20 games. Incredible record. And David Maddock is reporting that Liverpool managed to sign Minamino because Manchester United were oblivious to release clause, in a secret release clause apparently, in Minamino's contract. Well, it's not so secret if Liverpool know about it, but the Mirror newspaper is reporting that Liverpool beat Manchester United to Minamino's signature because Liverpool were aware of a clause in his contract allowing him to leave in January for such a small figure. He's worth at least 25 to maybe even 30 million pounds. So to get him for 7.25 million is an absolute bargain, and Michael Edwards, Mike Gordon and the Liverpool hierarchy deserves huge credit for this. They keep finding these bargains in the transfer market, and Minamino is another player who I think I can safely say Liverpool could turn him into a 50, 60, 70 million pound player. And what is also very significant is that Minamino is from Japan, and Liverpool can tap into a market where Liverpool already have a presence in, but I think Liverpool in Asia can get much bigger. And now that we are about to sign a Nike sponsorship deal for our new kit manufacturer deal, and also that we are about to sign one of the Japanese football's biggest talents, I think it's safe to say that Liverpool will cash in on this transfer, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well, and that's very great news in my opinion. So you might ask, how can Minamino have such a low release clause? Well, Minamino extended his deal with Salzburg to 2021 last February, but the only option that Minamino wanted in the contract is to get out option. Basically, he wanted this release clause to be put into his contract, so if big clubs come calling, Basically, Minamino has the right to choose which club he goes to, and also this release clause allows him to leave for well below his market value. And I'm not sure what was the good business in this for Salzburg themselves, but actually even Salzburg themselves, the club official club Twitter account tweeted that it was an honor to deal with Liverpool and that Liverpool are in talks with Salzburg over Minamino's transfer, and it doesn't get any more official than that. Salzburg confirming that talks are ongoing. So according to the David Maddock, Liverpool have been in talks with Salzburg for as many as 6 weeks over Minamino. And also now it puts it into different context that Liverpool were actually smiling when Minamino scored that wonderful volley to make it 3-2 at Anfield in the Liverpool-Salzburg game, because he knew that Liverpool were interested in Minamino, and I think he just found it funny that we are about to sign this guy and he scores against us in the Champions League. And Liverpool moved swiftly after Salzburg exited the Champions League to head off interest from a host of German and Italian clubs and even Manchester United as well. And of course, Liverpool already have a close relationship with RB Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg, because we really respect them as a club. Jurgen Klopp had nothing but good things to say about them every time he talked about Salzburg. And I think that sooner or later maybe Red Bull will come into Liverpool's FC and get a sponsorship deal as well. It's just a matter of time, it feels, and maybe we can get a partnership with Salzburg going. We already have 2 of their former players, Sadio Mane and Naby Keita as well. So what happens next? Minamino will undergo a medical in the coming weeks, and he will also discuss personal terms with Liverpool. And it is understood that Minamino is very, very honored that the current European champions Liverpool want to sign him, and he's ready to sign the contract. Also, manager Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of Minamino, admitting as much after we played Salzburg in the group stages of the Champions League, and he sees him as an exciting prospect who will get a lot of Premier League playing time, game time in the second half of the season. And this is exactly the kind of boost that Liverpool's title challenge needed. I think we have a lot of great goal-scoring midfielders, but I think Minamino could be another one who could get 5 to 10 goals a season, just like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and I think we needed more than those 2. And Shaqiri could get some goals as well. Wijnaldum sometimes chips in with goals, but Minamino is a different kind of player. Minamino is a kind of player who has the flair and the goal-scoring ability to score regularly for Liverpool, and that's what Liverpool want, and that's what Liverpool need. And at 7 million, it's a very low-risk transfer. It's basically a bargain, because Minamino right now is worth at least 30 million pounds. He was actually the player that impressed me the most out of all the Salzburg players. And also his age, being 24, ticks all the boxes for Liverpool, who like to sign these young players and develop them and maybe sell them on for a profit or make them world-class and make them become club legends. Minamino, if he comes in and wins the Premier League title in his first season, I mean, he would already straight away become a club legend in my eyes. And I think the prospect for Minamino to come into one of the best football clubs in the world is just too good to turn down. Apparently Liverpool have been watching Minamino for close to 2 years, so we didn't suddenly discover this Japanese talent playing at Salzburg. Liverpool are watching Salzburg's talents for many years now, because Salzburg are famous for recruiting young players who have a very high ceiling of potential and affording them the opportunity to develop in a very professional environment, maybe give them more playing time than other clubs would do to many young players. If you look at the Salzburg starting 11, many of them are 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old footballers who already are great players and who are developing even more. And what basically confirmed this deal is that Salzburg's sporting director Christoph Freund has confirmed Liverpool's interest, which was first revealed by the Times newspaper. This is what he said: "I can confirm that there are currently discussions discussions with Liverpool over Minamino, and Freund has a strong relationship with his Anfield counterpart Michael Edwards. And the German official, the Austrian official Twitter account of Salzburg confirmed these comments. And what makes this deal even better is not just Liverpool. You shouldn't just look at this like Liverpool getting, for the similar amount, a much better player than Ryan Kent, but listen to this. Loris Karius, he will be sold to Besiktas for £8 million in total if you count his transfer fee and the loan fees. And we get Minamino for 7.2 million. That's an incredible piece of business by Michael Edwards. So I applaud this man. This man, honestly, is such a brilliant guy. Almost every single transfer that he has done has been spot on, and I think he sooner or later deserves a statue of some kind elected by the Liverpool fans, because Minamino is another of this in a long list of great transfers that Liverpool are getting absolute bargains. And I'm just really happy that now the days of Brendan Rodgers signing Balotelli, Ricky Lambert and Fabio Borini to replace Luis Suarez are behind us, because those were really tough times for Liverpool fans. And what a turnaround under Jurgen Klopp. And Minamino is such a versatile player. He can, as I said, he can play attacking midfielder, left wing, right wing, false nine. So we could have a front four of Salah, Mane, Firmino and Minamino terrorizing Premier League and Champions League defenses. And I think Minamino would be just another great option in Liverpool's armory and Jurgen Klopp's armory to really penetrate these low block defenses that Liverpool come up against. And this is an exciting transfer for me. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Liverpool can do with Minamino in their side. And also, if you take into account that we sold Dominic Solanke for more money than we are getting Minamino for, and Dominic Solanke is still not scored a Premier League goal in his career, not even at Liverpool, not even at Bournemouth, where he is now a regular starter. So this is just an incredible deal in my opinion, and I'm so happy about it. And many people are actually liking or comparing Minamino to a Firmino type of player, but he is, I think, predominantly a midfielder and Firmino is a striker. But Minamino has all the skills that Firmino has, plus he has explosive pace that Firmino doesn't have. And also he could play in place of Firmino as a false nine, but he could also play on the right wing, left wing, attacking midfield, in a number 8 position, in like a Gerrard role, if you like, where he likes to find space between the lines, and he likes to run the channels. He looks to exploit these spaces that he finds, and he just never stops. He's a tireless runner, tireless player who runs around and works his socks off, and that's exactly the Jurgen Klopp type of guy that we need in this Liverpool side. He's relentless, just like Firmino, just like Mane. What has to be said is Minamino is not a goal machine. He isn't a clinical goal scorer. He chips in and has about 0.5 goals per 90 minutes this season for an expected goals return of 0.35. His assist return is similar too. He's a threat in the final third, but he's no Salah or Sadio Mane. Well, not yet anyway, but he's a player who is still developing, so you shouldn't look at him as the final package. Jurgen Klopp always improves players that sign for Liverpool at a pretty young age. 24 is still very young for a footballer. He has a good 10-12 years left in his career, and I think that Jurgen Klopp will deploy the 4-2-3-1 system quite a lot of times for the rest of the season and next season, especially against the bottom 10 teams. I mean, against teams like Watford, Bournemouth, Norwich, Aston Villa, Brighton. I think we can get away with having just Fabinho and Henderson, or Wijnaldum and Henderson in defensive midfield roles. Unleash Salah, Mane, Firmino and Minamino, or Salah, Mane, Firmino and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, or Shaqiri, or Naby Keita. So we have so many options now, and this is what Liverpool needs. And another body coming in actually eases the burden on all the other players. And now I'm not that worried about some injuries hitting Liverpool, because we will have Minamino coming in, and that's always an exciting time when you sign such an exciting goal-scoring attacking midfielder in the January transfer window. It lifts the fans up, it lifts the club up, it excites everybody. And also it keeps the current Liverpool players on their toes. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Shaqiri, all the other guys, the midfielders, will have to work even harder to stay in the team, because Minamino is coming into Liverpool and he will want to get a regular starting place. So I think all the other players will want to do that, and all the other players will try to impress Jurgen Klopp and show him that I'm the guy, you should start me because I'm getting the best performances in the Liverpool midfield. So this is going to be very interesting. What potentially could happen is that Minamino could replace Salah on the right side of the Liverpool team, and Salah could go up front and Firmino could drop behind Salah in the number 10 position, and of course Mane would still remain on the left, and we could attack the Premier League defenses this way. And of course defensively Minamino tracks back quite a lot as well, so it's going to be very, very interesting, because Minamino is used to playing in a high press. He knows the demands, he understands what is required from him. It would be different to when Shaqiri was used on the right, for example, and more similar to that of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain being used on the right wing. Given Minamino's skill set, Liverpool probably would have been interested in Minamino, and we would have bought him even if he didn't have a release clause. We would have brought him for 25-30 million pounds. That would have been a great deal anyway. But to get Minamino for 7.2 million pounds is just mind-blowing to me. It's absolutely brilliant. So hats off to everybody connected to this transfer. I'm so happy that we got this guy, and I can't wait until he does an official interview and he's posing with the official club crest and the club kit. That is going to be an exciting day for sure, and I think we will be announcing him on January the 1st, so that could be a New Year's present for Liverpool fans. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you later, have a nice day, goodbye.